Okay guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. So today's video, I never talk about her, but Gypsy Rose. Okay, let's talk about her for a sec, because we all know. If you're on the internet, you know. You were forced to know about her like I was, okay? And at first I'm like, okay, like I really don't care, but like, you know, good that she's free. And like that whole thing about like people are upset. Okay, like the lore about her is like she was in jail for many years because she did a plot to like her mom, because her mom like kept feeding her pills and like gave her medications and like made her believe she was sick when she wasn't sick at all. She was like a normal healthy girl, but like her mom wanted like fame, money, clout, whatever, mostly money, perks with being with this sick kid, to the point where like Gypsy was in a wheelchair, okay, like not able to walk, and like bad quality of life because like she's totally healthy. She didn't understand like I can, like, you know, I can walk, but like I'm being told I can't, and like pills are being fed to me and I'm sick because of the pills but not because of the illness. Her mom was just like keeping her, so eventually she, you know, was talking to some men online, or a man online, and he eventually told him like stuff, and like he eventually like did it like to her mom, but like she's the one that technically conspired to do it. Okay, so that's the lore. She went to jail, and then she eventually got out like early because she spent like time in there. She did like time, like a few years, I think. I don't know exactly how much, but like enough time. And like people were just like, why is she in jail? Her mom did that, she's a victim. So then they let her out of jail. Okay, now whether you think, like some people are like, oh my gosh, if you should be in jail, done, like you don't, people, you don't do that. We know this, right? The thing is though, whether you believe in that or not, me and you know this. Me and you know that we don't, like, to solve our problems, we go to the police, we go get help. When you are raised a certain way, like raised, you don't know that stuff actually. Like your mom, if she's doing something bad and she doesn't want you to go to the police or tell anybody, she's not going to teach you like, okay, like, you know, you call 911 when you're in trouble. Like you won't learn those thinking, like critical thinking skills. Your mom's selfish, your parents selfish. Everyone has a different like view of the world, like growing up, like we all are raised differently. So actually like common sense is not like that common in some people. Common sense has to be taught. I'm not even gonna lie, like everything has to really be taught to you, mostly, because you really wouldn't know unless you're taught like maybe just the basics, but you're not gonna know. You're just in a situation, and the only way out sometimes feels like you have to. Now I'm not saying like my mental state that I'm in, I know that that's not how we solve problems in the real world, in the normal world, but she was living a totally different life. Okay, this is like, she from the get-go raised in this really toxic, awful environment. So I mean, do I think honestly justice was served? I mean, yes, like I do, you know, like she went to jail, like, you know, and I don't really think she's like a threat to society, honestly. Like I think she disarmed the threat, and as long as she knows she can't get away with that, I get like, dude, like you better not, like whatever. That was like a one time, like you never really know someone's mental, but like she is on probation, she's being watched, they're watching her, you know. You know, but I really do feel like she deserves another chance. Now whether you believe that or not, that's on you, like, you know, whatever. If you know for sure, like, you know, oh, she's a, like, you shouldn't conspire. I mean, the circumstances, like that, to her that was the only way out. Like if she were to just run away, where would she go? Like you don't know anything, you have nothing, you have no money, you're reliant on, like, you know, there's where are they gonna turn? You're gonna go to the police and then they're gonna take you and put you into foster care? I don't know. Like I don't even know what she's thinking. Like she probably thought jail was probably better. Like I don't know, she never thought that far advanced, like, oh, I'm gonna go to jail for this. Just, I need to get out of this toxic situation, that's it. I'm just trying to put myself in her shoes, you know, be empathetic and kind of like try and understand, you know, because that's just a situation that we could never understand unless we're in it, and I just could never understand the situation, honestly, you know. So I get it, I get the fact that I don't get it, okay. That's funny. But anyway, besides that, so she gets out of jail and she becomes like so famous because this story is huge. Everyone's been watching those YouTube videos. Like we've been seeing the story of like, I've seen the story before, and she was in jail and then she got out and we're like, oh my gosh, like we've heard of her before. So she gets out, and then like basically people are so interested in her life and how it's going to be like out of jail because she was in jail for so long. Like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy, you got out and you literally like your mom, so like how is that, how, I don't know, people are interested in that. I'm personally not. Like I'm just like, okay, cool, like I think she deserves her freedom, but like it's like I don't really care what she does with her life. Like I really don't. like, go live your life, girl. Like, good for you. You know, I hope you get a good second chance, and, you know, this time is better around. But yeah. Anyway, they decide to make her famous because everyone's like so curious of what this like girl's gonna do. Is she gonna, again, we don't know, but apparently she like got married in, like, I don't know, she got married in jail. Like, there's a guy she was talking to in jail, I guess. I think that was Ryan. Like, I don't know the whole story because I really don't give a fuck. I'm so sorry. I'm just giving you the basics that I know and we're gonna talk about it. So like, this guy Ryan, like, she gets out and like practically gets married right away, and we're like, how the hell does this girl get married right away? Like, what does she got? Like, what, she got married right away and we're struggling over here trying to find a relationship? What? Like, people are like astonished. And then all of a sudden, like, she's having drama with this other guy. Like, she has this other love interest, and we're like, what? Two guys are like fighting over her. And she eventually leaves the one that she was married to and gets with this new guy. I forget what his name is. I know the first one's Ryan, I think. Oh, I don't even know their names because, like, I just, whatever, but I'll put their picture up here. I'll put their picture. So this one, she was married to, and then she left him for this one, and then they, like, were fighting over her. Like, the first one was very distraught, very heartbroken over her. He's like, no, don't, like, what? Like, so sad, going on TikTok lives. And this is all on TikTok. Like, honestly, I think TikTok is, like, the thing that's, like, blowing, like, all these dramas up, honestly. But, yeah, like, they're, like, on TikTok lives all the time. She's with the second guy, right? And then she comes out as pregnant. It's like, girl, you just got out of jail. Like, you just got out. Like, you just didn't experience life. You're just right to it. Like, let's get pregnant and have a kid. And we're like, that's crazy because, like, you know, she's still, like, young-minded, like, to me. Like, because she was in jail. Like, she went to jail, like, as a kid. And, like, you know, she just really never got to grow up. Like, she has a crazy life story. And then she gets pregnant. And we're like, okay, we gotta, like, you know, follow up with that. Even I, when she got pregnant, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna tune in here once in a while for that. Like, otherwise I didn't care, but then the pregnancy, I'm like, okay, that's insane. But then they were like, oh my god, but whose baby was it? Because, like, she got into a relationship, like, right after, so they're, like, saying, like, we don't know, like, whose child it is. She's like, it's for sure this guy, it's for sure this guy, it's for sure this guy. People are like, the timeline's not really adding up, though. And, like, keep in mind, she's not even fully divorced yet. She didn't even get divorced yet. And she's already, like, pregnant with a new guy. Like, that is messy. Like, I get why people are tuned in. I get it. I don't really care enough to actually tune in myself. But, like, the people that tune in, like, I'm going to hear about it. So, thank you for that. But, yeah. So she's pregnant with the new guy, and apparently they did allegedly, like, you know, tests, and it was his, like, I think. And now the update is that he left her. He left her, and she's pregnant.
Other day, there was rumors that apparently started where Gypsy Rose's husband, fiance, are they married? I don't even know at this point. That her fiance
is married, but they are engaged.
Yeah, no, that gay man that she shacked up with, apparently, allegedly, they were saying that this man had left her. And of course, I was like, damn. So he left Gypsy high and dry. She's pregnant. He's done ran off. Like,
well, she did a whole fucking live stream responding to the fact that Ryan was, like, flirty and touching on some other woman's ass in a fucking TikTok, saying that's still my husband at the end of the day. So I felt a certain type of. You do not get to feel a certain type of way about it because you are literally pregnant by another man.
And the other guy, like, Ryan or whatever, is, like, moving on. And, like, now she's pregnant with the other guy. And she moved on too quick. Honestly, that's what I thought. I was like, you should have really just stayed with your ride or die that, like, rode throughout the first half with you. Because now, when you got, like, famous and, like, clout for getting out, that's when I think the second guy came and is, like, using her. And, like, people, like, honestly suspect, allegedly, that he might be gay. I don't know. But yeah, like, why would you go with the guy that's, like, with you while you're up now? Like, that's sus. Like, that's the thing. It's like, you leave the guy that was with you when you were down, and you're up, and now you're like, okay, well, like, oh, I like Ken. Oh, I think his name's Ken. Now that I'm just remembering. Ken and Ryan. Ugh, I'll have to know which one is which, but Ken. I think, yeah, Ken's the first one. Ryan's with the one that, I don't know. I'll put it up here, but. So, yeah, that's the tea, guys. So, if I guess she's, like, single. She's probably honestly gonna go back to the first one. I'm calling it now. This is crazy. Like, this is drama. This is tea. Like, I get it. And she has a reality show because, like, her life is so crazy and drama. So, I mean, at least she's getting the bag. But, like, she's kind of, like, wants to be a school teacher. Like, she's been saying, like, I don't like this. Like, you know, she never asked for that, which is crazy. Like, imagine, like, because some people don't want the tension on them. But it's, like, you just have to ride with it because it's, like, paying the bills. But I really think she's going to just, like, you know, stack her money and then eventually, like, go silent and, you know, so hopefully that works out for her. But, like, that's really crazy. And I think, like, the second guy just got her pregnant for the bag. Like, once she has the kid, I think because it's too late to get like an abortion. So like, is he just really with it? Did he do that for the money? Because that's suspicious. But who knows if they're even like fully broken up? You know, they might be getting back together. We don't know. But that's what's word on the street is. So that whole situation is just really crazy, and that's what's in the news today. So I just thought I'd update you guys. Like, I like to update y'all on what's popping, and that is his story within itself. So yeah, it's like some of us are trying to get like a text back, and she has 2 men fighting over her straight out of jail, pregnant like that, and we can't get text backs. Okay, all right, crazy. Anyway, sometimes I'm just glad with my calm life. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know, like, am I bored? And then I'm like, no, like that's too much. Like, I'd rather be just like bored some days and just chill, relax, than deal with like that drama, you know, what I'm going through. A breeze compared to that. So anyway, guys, I will keep you updated if there's any more tea or drama on that situation. We'll see if she, like, when she has the baby and stuff, because like, you know, CPS and stuff are gonna be like heavily called on her and stuff. Like, they are watching her carefully. Like, they're worried that a child's involved now, because she's kind of like maybe a little unhinged. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe she doesn't think critically. I don't know. Clearly not. But we will see. So with that said, I'll see you in the next one.